warm welcome to all of you in this first class of mine. I am Vikas Kumar, and I am from History Department, Ramanujan College, and I have been teaching in School of Happiness for for more than 1 semester that we did last in the last session. So today, as you know, we will talk about some aspects of happiness as well. As you know, in the last few classes, you must have started that how to understand happiness. You must have talked with Mishra Shah and other teachers. So today, what we will do before that, we will understand. I have seen, I have noticed, I have observed some of the research lately. And in this process of research, I was going through YouTube as well, and I saw an episode of DNA that is broadcasted on TV, and I saw that how they have projected one of the research, and this research talks about that how India is lagging behind in this sphere of happiness, not only in this sphere of happiness, but how people here are not doing that well as people doing in rest of the world. Yet, yes, there are countries which are not as good as India. Many countries are there, but why India is not as good as some of the European countries, or why is it not as happy as some of the countries in the world? You see, you can see in the screen that in 2030, India was ranked 111 in the happiness index, but now it has gone deeper down, and it has come on 139th number out of 156 countries. So this is a very bad condition. You can imagine that the survey which was done on many bases, that we will also understand what are the basis of this survey. Um, this is very dramatic condition. This is very tragic condition in this way that the country which has given so many doctrines to the world, which has shown the world that how human life should be led, and in today's era, it is lacking. This is very ironical. So we will proceed further, and we will see that what are those parameters on which we see the happiness, we map happiness. So in this process, we can see there are certain parameters in all over the world which project that happiness should be metered uh, in this phenomena. So you can see on your screen that purchasing power is one of them. That the purchasing power in India is not that much. You all must be knowing about it. The social support, the social system that a country develops is also a very important phenomena which has to be understood, and the decision making power of the Indian people is not that well as well. We also have to see if the country is liberal or not in the idea where we talk about religion or some other aspects of life, equality and liberty, so on and so forth. So we also have to see all those things. Corruption is one of them. So there are different kind of phenomena and parameters on which we see a country is metered, a country is mapped, and it is seen that how these countries developing or the people living here in the country are as good as they should be. So one of the another parameter that is very important is how much they live. So you can imagine a person who is malnutrition, person who is not happy, a person who is diseased cannot live longer. So it is one of the parameters that is very important, that if there is life expectancy that is you know vast, that is great, you can learn that the people living in the country might be happy. So one thing that comes in our mind that is very contrary, In Japan, people live approximately more than 80 years. But it is also said that people are very depressed there. So this phenomena or this parameter sometimes does not suit every situation or every geographical region. But even though this is one of the parameters that we have to look into. So these are some of the things that one has to pay heed, one has to understand while understanding happiness in happiness index, and which meters the happiness of the people living in the country. So why we are talking about all this? We are talking about all this before we proceed further. We are talking about all this because if the situation in the country are against uh, the pursuit of happiness, what we can do. So that is why we are trying to learn all these things. Because we cannot change each and every situation, but we can certainly change something in our lives, which can be very useful in achieving happiness. That is why we are trying to understand this first of all. Another thing that you can, some of you who know to read Hindi, that is written there by the poet Lord Byron, that you keep on laughing, and laughing is the best medicine. So some would say that you are talking about laughing, but laughing has nothing to do with happiness. Some people may say this, but I would say one thing, that people may say this, that laughing does not really directly related with happiness, but it is very symbolic. If uh, if you have laughter on your face, no one can say that you are not happy. Sometimes people say that if one person who is always smiling can be very sorrowful within. It can also happen, but you so it is contagious. Happiness or the laughter that we see on the faces is contagious, and if you look happy, if you look smiling and you have laughter on your face, people may also be inspired by you. And this whole scenario and all these things may make you happier. So this is very important that you laugh at times. And laughing is very important because it is not only good for many. It does many use many muscles of your body. It use respiratory system. It use your all muscles of your faces and so on and so forth. So it's very important that we keep on laughing and keep on smiling always, even if the situations are not that good. But if we do that, it will be very good. It will be very nice. So we go further and we will discuss about it in our you know so what are the importance of laughing? Many psychologists say that if you usually laugh or you smile or you are happy to see your folks or friends, many negative ideas, many inharmonious state of minds may leave you very soon. So some people may say that laughter is not directly concerned with happiness, but I would say somewhat it is concerned. It is concerned psychologically, mentally, physically, because in laughter, as I told you, uh, takes and use many what you call muscles of your body. Another thing is that it keeps you away from tension. We have discussed about it that all the muscles that relaxes you, the muscles that are used, and when you laugh, you really are in a different kind of mood, and it removes tension and depression and stress from you. uh, it is also said that if people laugh, they may uh, not be at risk of uh, high blood pressure. They may not be at risk of heart attacks in comparison to those people who do not laugh at all. So it is very important. Look at me. I'm smiling this time also, even though I'm not. I'm speaking all the way on myself. This is a one-way speaking. This is one-way interaction right now. It will also talk after some time. But I was smiling even though, because I know you are seeing me, and you must be learning, or you must be perceiving something or the other out of me. It's very important that you keep on laughing and you keep on smiling, even though there are hundreds and hundreds of problems in your life. Then it is also said that, as I told you earlier as well, that laughing is contagious. If you live alone, if you stay alone, if you remain alone, you will not laugh. You will laugh only when you will see Kapil Sharma show or something like that, or maybe some sitcoms like Friends, or so on and so forth. But you will not laugh loud within you. You need people. So human being, a social animal, needs humans, and when he or she is in the company of humans, there are potentialities that he or she will laugh more than 30 times that he would laugh in the solitude. So this is quite astonishing. This is quite surprising that people live alone are not that happy. Some people are very fond of living alone, but it may be very depressing sometimes, and uh, not the whole day, but sometime in the entire day, you need someone to talk to. Maybe you don't want to share things with them, but there are some emotional interchange that you don't know, which happens automatically. So one needs human. It is very important to be happy, or be in the normal state. A single human cannot survive for more days. He might die after some time if he does not have any human in company of him. So this is very social phenomenon. As I told you, it improves our रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम. हमारे जो फेफड़े होते हैं वो मजबूत होते हैं. And at the same time, and after the age of 60, it is very important that you laugh intentionally. And if you laugh, many muscles will be in the moment, and you will be very much benefited out of it. So, as you can see on the screen, that the happiness industry, what is happiness industry? Happiness industry is the industry which trains people to become happy, to be remaining happy. So this economy or this industry is of worth rupees 315 lakh crores. You can imagine that this is a very wild number, or this is a very vast number. I cannot imagine the zeros in it. So you can imagine that if you learn this course and if you are benefited with this course, you would be able to start your own courses somewhere in your institute or somewhere else, and you can be the part of this industry. I'm not talking directly here about the financial matters or something, but you can be very much benefited for the people who are in search of happiness, who really want to learn things about happiness. So we go further and we will understand today's topic. Before we go to our topic, you must understand some of the terms which are usually used nowadays in the sphere of happiness and all over the world, and in our school also, and how these terminologies are very important for uh, understanding happiness. And if you understand these terminologies first, then you will be able to understand the phenomena more easily. So, as you can see on the screen, if you can see, uh, आप मुझे एक बार बता देंगे आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं और देख पा रहे हैं? If you can tell me, I will continue.
Yes, sir. Your voice is absolutely clear.
My voice is not clear.
No, no, clear है sir.
Okay, okay, and you can see me as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Stravan. So you can see on the screen that there is a term that is shape, as you can see. SAFE means skills for happiness, adventure, and personality enrichment. Maybe some of the teachers who have taken classes, maybe they have discussed about it, but as this is my first class, I would also lay some emphasis upon it. What is this? This is for you, especially that you will be skilled in happiness. After this course, you will know many, you will come to know about many lectures which will enhance your knowledge and understanding of happiness, that you would be able to convey to others and you will be able to teach others. And the adventure term that they have used is about the things that you usually exercise and practice within it. There are many exercises, there are many games, there are many practices that comes in the sphere of the adventure related to this. Adventure is also that which you imply in your life, which you apply in your life when you challenge yourself that I would be, I would not be doing some inharmonious state of work, like I would not be jealous of anyone. I would not be thinking of taking revenge from anyone. I will not be at vengeance to anyone. So there are so many things. It is also very adventurous. You can imagine if someone does something bad towards you and you don't take the revenge. It is one of the adventure, I would say, because if you are able to take revenge, even though you don't take it and you pardon him or her within your heart profoundly and deeply, that is one of the adventures that I. So we can talk about those things in extensively. There are several and several of examples. People believe in the change of heart, as Mahatma Gandhi from India has propounded this kind of theory that people can be changed. Even the dirtiest of the dirtiest mind, the uh, the bad, the worst of the minds can be cured, can be uh, uh, reformed. So it can happen. Then there is personality enrichment. What is personality enrichment? And in this age that some of you are teachers, can someone change your personality? It is very difficult. Can someone give you tips which will change your personality upside down, or things will be better in your life? It is very difficult, but it is not impossible. That there are some traits in our personality which lags behind in something or the other. Maybe the communication skills. Sometimes we are not that confident on the stage. Sometimes we are not that confident in our class. Sometimes we are not confident with the questions someone asks us. There are so many things. But if we know the way to how to tackle the situation, if we know how to communicate our words, how to communicate our informations and the things that we're thinking of, so life will be easier. Life will be easier. Not only this trait of personality, there are different kind of traits that someone uh, who is afraid to go in the alone, someone who is very afraid to be in the company of others, where they can ask something personal about him or her. So there are so many things, go so on and so forth. With this course, I hope so that if you do it seriously and if you do it with great indulgence and with great engagement, you will learn that how to come out of these situations. This is very important. This is very important. So these kind of personality enrichment can be found in this course. So shape, you have understood this term, and uh, the things. Another thing that you can see on the screen as well. Why World Happiness Ranking of India is 140th among us 156 countries, despite phenomenal economic growth. My dear friends, I would say that economic growth does not have anything to anything concerned with happiness ranking. Bhutan is a very dead economy kind of a country, but people are very happy. People are way too happy. So you can imagine it does not have anything with the economy. People here in India before 1950s, maybe 1960s, 70s, might be happier than now. happier than now. But they did not have much things. They did not have cars. They did not have big houses. They did not have good clothes to wear. But they were happy. So, my dear friends, this shows that even India has become a big economy. पता नहीं कितने ट्रिलियन का इकोनॉमी इंडिया बन चुका है, and it is a big power as well, and it has gained the good, uh, you know, good qualities in so many spheres. Even though people here in India are not happy, sometimes I have observed that they are more sad in comparison to the smaller countries, which are our neighbors like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and Nepal. We are way behind them. So, what is the reason behind? We have to be in search of this reason. The reason behind is uh, are so many, and these reasons are those reasons which we will discuss in these classes. And you have to pay heed to those reasons, and you have to try to eradicate those reasons from your life, and you would be happy. You would be definitely happier. Surely and certainly, you cannot change each and everything in the country, but surely you can make some change in your life. And those changes are very important because people who are associated with you will be benefited out of you. You yourself will be benefited out of, first of all. And you will like being, uh, a human who who is not only happy but who has dedicated his or her life towards humanity or towards the world reformation in some way or the other. So these things are very important to understand. First of all, we have to understand the reason. So first of all, we have to understand the situations in and around us. So this situation is very bad, and we are way too far from the purpose, far from the destination we should be. So आगे बढ़ते हैं, और हमें धीरे 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 पता चलेगा कि वो कौन सी चीजें हैं जो कि हमें एक बेटर लाइफ की तरफ अग्रसारित कर सकती है. So, should I be speaking only in English, or should I be speaking in Hindi as well sometimes, or in English only? So, do you have any approach about this? Should I be
Yes, sir. Please use bilingual.
bilingual?
Yes.
Okay. So sometimes I will speak in Hindi as well. Okay. But अभी मैं थोड़ा आसान ही मिक्स करके बात करेंगे. ठीक. Why are right thinking, right intent, and right action essential for peace of mind and happiness? So in these classes, you will also understand that there should be a harmony. There should be a harmony. आप में एक लयबद्धता होनी चाहिए. आप में एक दूसरी चीज के प्रति एक जुड़ाव होना चाहिए. अगर आपके एक्शन कुछ और हैं, आप कहते कुछ और हैं और आप करते कुछ और हैं, तो उसमें हार्मनी नहीं होगी, उसमें एक तरह का रिलेशन नहीं होगा. और इसी तरीके से आपकी इंटेंट राइट होनी चाहिए राइट एक्शन के लिए. और इंटेंट आपकी राइट तभी हो सकती है जब आपकी थिंकिंग राइट होगी. तो इन सब में भी जो है हार्मनी होनी चाहिए, और तभी आपके जीवन में पीस और हैप्पीनेस आ सकती है. इसका सीधे से आप एग्जांपल, मैं आपको छोटे छोटे एग्जांपल देता चलता हूँ साथ साथ. अगर आपने कोई अपराध किया है, आपने कोई गिल्ट किया, फॉर एग्जांपल यू हैव डन एन एक्सीडेंट ऑन द रोड विद योर व्हीकल and no one knows about it. You have come to your house, but only you know about it, and your conscience know about it. And if God is there, He knows about it. So even though you are unhappy, even though you are not at peace in your mind, even if you know that there is no one who is going to claim of this, even though you know that there is no one who is going to come and say that you have done this, even even then you are unhappy and sorrowful and sad, because you know deep down in your heart that you have done a mistake. So इसी तरीके से आपका पीस ऑफ माइंड और हैप्पीनेस खराब हो जाता है अगर आपने इंटेंट कोई खराब किया, अगर आपका लक्ष्य खराब रहा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपने सोचा कि आपका कोई दुश्मन है या आप किसी को पसंद नहीं करते, एंड यू थिंक ऑफ हिम दैट ही शुड बी फेल्ड इन लाइफ और सम वर्क, और वो किसी वजह से फेल हो भी जाता है, तो हो सकता है आपको थोड़ा सा मजा आए, अच्छा लगे कुछ देर के लिए। बट इफ यू आर ए ह्यूमन, डीप डाउन इन हार्ट, यू विल बी यू विल नॉट बी दैट हैप्पी। जब आप अकेले में अलग तरीके से अपनी सोल से बात कर रहे होंगे, तो आप ये जानेंगे कि आप उतने खुश नहीं हैं जितने आपको अ, उस घटना से आपको लगता था कि मैं हो जाऊंगा खुश। दैट शोज दैट शोज दैट you are different from an animal because you have the power to do things deliberately. You have the power to control some of the incidents, if not everything, but some of the incidents in your life can be controlled. आपके जीवन की बहुत सारी चीजों पर आपका नियंत्रण स्थापित स्थापित हो सकता है। और इसी वजह से इंटेंशन की बात की जाती है कि ह्यूमन कैन ऑलवेज engage himself or herself in the good intentions because he has control over it. For sure, certainly there will be some emotions which will say that, oh, don't do this. We should try to make him learn a lesson, or we should try to take revenge out of something. But there is something that is called intention that always awakens you and that says you that no, it's not good, don't do this. So it is these kind of things, these kind of phenomena have to be understood first of all. Then these kind of phenomena have to be internalized. First have to be sure that we do these kind of wrong things. Then first realization, then understanding, then internalizing. The same way we have some, you must have heard about it. There are some facts which become information. Then information become knowledge, and then knowledge become insight, and insight become something else, prabodhan, enlightenment. So there is an hierarchy of understanding things. There is an hierarchy of everything. The same way, first of all, to remove the problem, we have to understand it. Then we have to internalize that and remove that problem. Slowly and steadily, it will happen. It will happen. Sometimes it will happen for some time, and sometimes it will happen for the stagnant time, for a longer time. How would it happen? By practicing and achieving, practicing and achieving, and thinking that I somehow is now okay with everything that is happening around me. I'm good with it that if someone does that bad to me, it does not make any difference to me. Okay, yes, sure, I will save myself from the harm, but I myself will not be indulged in that kind of petty works, which to take revenge or do something, or to be jealous of, or to complain or to something like that. So these kind of things has to be learned, and these can be learned, and these things ultimately make a way to become happy because you have controlled your mind and emotions. And when these mind and emotions are in control, you will find yourself having tranquility and solace and peace and everything that you are in search of. So we will go further. The things are uh, vast. We have to understand the things. How happiness results from knowing that one has done the right thing at the right time. So this is these are very great lines in this way that happiness की वजह से या हैप्पीनेस का परिणाम होता है कि व्यक्ति सही समय पर सही काम करता है। आपकी सीधी सी बात है, इफ यू आर सोरोफुल, इफ यू आर सैड, योर माइंड विल नॉट बी इन योर कंट्रोल। योर माइंड विल नॉट बी इन योर कंट्रोल। आपका दिमाग आपके नियंत्रण में नहीं रहेगा। अगर आपका दिमाग आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं रहेगा तो आप गलत फैसले लेंगे गलत टाइम। और अगर आप खुश हैं, आप प्रसन्नचित हैं, तो आपका बैलेंस ऑफ माइंड बेटर रहेगा और आप ठीक तरह के डिसीजन लेते रहेंगे लाइफ में। तो ये बहुत जरूरी है। ईच एंड एवरीथिंग हैज ए कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट्स। कैस्केडिंग इफेक्ट्स मतलब एक चीज होती है तो उसका असर दूसरी चीज पर पड़ता है, दूसरी होती है तो तीसरा होता है। तो ये बहुत जरूरी है। जैसे मैं आपको अक्सर स्टूडेंट्स को एग्जांपल देता हूँ, अगर आप रात को टाइम से नहीं सोओगे तो टाइम से नहीं उठोगे, तो टाइम से अगर आप नहीं उठे तो आप टाइम से कहीं पर नहीं पहुंच पाओगे, और नहीं पहुंच पाओगे तो आपका काम नहीं होगा, और काम नहीं होगा तो जो उसके बाद का काम है वहां पर भी आपका काम रुक जाएगा, तो आपका पूरा दिन खराब हो जाएगा। सो इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग। It starts from the beginning. So you have to find some ways to be happy. First of all, you have to understand the problem. Then you have to internalize the solution. Then eradicating of the problem. Then you will see the happiness is coming towards you. And if the happiness is coming towards you, you will see your decisions are good. And if your decisions are good, you are far more successful. And if you are successful, more happiness will come. And more happiness will come, more success will come, more peace will come. All the things are interrelated. All the things are, pretty much, in a circle. And these are in a cycle which impacts each other and vice versa. So, इस तरीके से आपको चीजों को थोड़ा समझने की कोशिश करनी है। और आगे चलते हैं। ए हैप्पियर पर्सन इज वन हु हैज द कैपेसिटी फॉर मेकिंग राइट जजमेंट्स व्हेन अंडरटेकिंग एक्शंस एंड अज्यूमिंग फुल रिस्पांसिबिलिटी फॉर देम। ये सब चीजें इसलिए बताई जा रही हैं, इसलिए कही जा रही हैं चीजें कि हैप्पियर जो आदमी है, जो प्रसन्नचित्त है, जो खुश है, उसके जजमेंट्स और जो वो सोचता है और जो वो करता है, दैट कैन ऑल्सो बी बेटर देन अदर्स। और उसकी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जब वो उठाता है, किसी भी काम की एक्शन करता है, वो भी बेटर हो जाती है। तो ये तो क्लियर है। आगे चलते हैं हम लोग। एक वर्ड आता है कैच। ये हैप्पीनेस स्कूल में यूज किया जाता है काफी, और आपको समझना चाहिए इसको। और आप ही के लिए ये भी कि सर्टिफाइड अवेकनर ट्रेनर कंसल्टेंट इन हैप्पीनेस। सो आफ्टर दिस कोर्स you will be catch you will be one of those people who would be able to train others in some regards, in regard to happiness, in regard to their personality making, in regard to motivating them towards anything they want to achieve in life. You will be a certified one. You will be able to awaken those sleeping souls which do not know how to lead life, who do not know that the things could be better in life by petty changes in it. So you would be able to do that, and you will be able to become a consultant in happiness, and you will be able to convey the things, the informations that you have learned from this kind of learning. And this is very important that you understand this phenomenon of catch. So I have given this one slide on it because so that you can understand. So in this course one, you must have understood in first class and second class people, the teachers might have made you learn or train about all these things. And this is ABC of happiness, augmenting powers of all kinds. इसमें आपने फर्स्ट क्लास में पढ़ा होगा, देखा होगा, जिसमें मिश्रा सर ने आपको पढ़ाया होगा कि जो हैप्पीनेस है वो कई कई तरह की हो सकती है। और होलिस्टिक हैप्पीनेस के बारे में आपको बताया होगा, माइंड, बॉडी एंड सोल के बारे में आपको बताया होगा कि कैसे एक हार्मनी होना चाहिए तीनों में, और कैसे अगर आपका केवल शरीर खुश रहेगा, आत्मा खुश नहीं रहेगी, तो भी आपको दिक्कत आ जाएगी। और आपका अगर आप केवल आपका मन से आप खुश हैं लेकिन आपका शरीर बीमार है, तो भी आपको दिक्कत आ जाएगी। सो उसके बारे में आपको समझाया होगा। ही मस्ट हैव आल्सो टोल्ड यू दैट द फिजिकल हैप्पीनेस व्हिच कम्स फ्रॉम द सेंसेस, जो हमारी 5 इंद्रियां होती हैं, देखना, सुनना, खाना, ये सूंघना, सुनना वगैरह, और महसूस करना, त्वचा। तो इनसे जो हमें फील होते हैं वो फिजिकल होते हैं। जो हम इंटरनलाइज करते हैं, महसूस करते हैं, वो आंतरिक होते हैं, और आपने those things are also related with the spirituality. Some people might connect it with godly things. So some people who are not that much of a believer of God, they might think of it as a nature, and so on and so forth. तो अंदर से भी जुड़ाव और बाहर से भी खुश, और इस तरह की चीजों के बारे में आपसे फर्स्ट स्पोर्ट्स में बात की गई है. क्रिएटिविटी एस्थेटिक्स, ये क्या चीज है? ये होता है जब आप किसी खास काम को करने में आनंद लेते हो. मैं भी जैसे कि मैं अभी एंजॉय कर रहा हूँ आपसे बात करने में. आई एम वेरी डिलाइटेड राइट नाउ टू टॉक टू यू. मे बी sometimes when I write poetry, I'm very delighted. Sometimes I present some theatrical act, I'm very delighted. So there could be some kind of creative works. There could be some aesthetic works as well. Aesthetics means you all know that the things which gives pleasure to our eyes, those things are aesthetics. Those things are beautiful. And beauty does not mean that the conventional thing that we talk about, that the white woman, or something, or the big eyes, or that kind of beauty. I'm talking about the internal beauty more of, and the beauty that comes from within. The things which a painter or an artist or a idol maker or engineer makes is also a creativity that those are very important uh, in the benefit of the humanity. Like the same way, emotional balancing act, इमोशनल थिंग्स के बारे में बताया होगा आपको कि कैसे हमें अपने मेंटल, फिजिकल, स्पिरिचुअल सेल्फ को बैलेंस करना है. उसमें इक्विनिमिटी और एक तरीके का इगेलिटेरियनिज्म यानी समतावाद का बात करनी है, और कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग, ह्यूमन कैरेक्टर, गुड विल, एंड सो एंड सो फोर्थ. तो ये आपको पहले एक डिस्कोर्स में पढ़ाया होगा. ये मैं क्यों बता रहा हूँ आपको? ये मैं आपको याद दिला रहा हूँ कि जो मैं पढ़ाने वाला हूँ आज, ये आपको बताने वाला हूँ, उससे पहले आपने ये सब चीजें पढ़ ली. और अगर नहीं पढ़ी है तो आप इस पर मतलब कुछ क्लासेस में ये सब चीजें आपको आएंगी और आपको इनसे होकर गुजरना होगा और इनको इंटरनलाइज करना पड़ेगा. इसलिए मैंने इनको पॉइंट्स में बना दिया ताकि आप उनसे कनेक्ट कर सकें और समझ सकें कि किस चीज की बात कर रहे हैं सर, या मैडम, जो भी हो आपको पढ़ाएंगे या बताएंगे. सो यू वुड बी एबल टू कनेक्ट कि हम लोग किस किस तरीके से क्या क्या चीजों को जानना जरूरी है और किस किस तरीके से जरूरी है, इंपॉर्टेंट. डिस्कोर्स 2 में आप लोगों ने शायद पढ़ा होगा अभी या पढ़ रहे होंगे, the flag values. It's very good term, flag term, and this terminology that we have understood till now, catch, flag, and this last one, ABC, and shape, and all these terms are very useful to make you understand things in a very lighter way, in a very short way. So these. Okay, so we were talking about the flag values, and we were saying that how in the last previous classes you must have learned about that the forgiveness is a very beautiful phenomena in which you might try to change the heart of the person that may be your enemy sometime, maybe the person who is pretty much jealous of you or something like that. But there could be this trial of forgiveness that you can do. Loving heart is very important thing. One has to be, loving. One has to be, loving towards his juniors and seniors and parents and forefathers and so on and so forth. If the heart is loving, you will see that you will not be that much of irritated of things, of many things which few people do towards you, because you are so lovable and you have those things in your mind that the things happen in life, so you would be able to pardon them. You will be able to come out of those disturbances which others make. So appreciating mind, one should be very much appreciating and grateful. One should have gratitude towards the things which he or she has got from the nature, from God. Appreciating mind is one of the best qualities one person should possess in him or her. If we appreciate something which has been done by someone, he or she becomes very happy, and it makes a good reason to make someone happy. And if you become the reason to make someone happy, definitely it comes to you, and when it comes to you, you also become happy later on. So these are some of the value system. These are some of the things which we have discussed maybe in the previous classes, some of the teachers. uh, Gratitude is one of the thing that, as I have told earlier as well, that each and everything that we have got from this nature, from this world, from this earth, we should be very much grateful. Look at the situation of those poor and those people who are, who do not have, who do not possess proper body part, who are crippled, but even though they want to live, they have this desire to survive. So what is this thing which makes us, uh, you know makes us to lead towards life, even though we are in much of sorrow and we are in pain and so on and so forth. So the gratefulness is very important. Whatever you do, whatever you get in life, you should be grateful to nature, grateful to your parents, and grateful to your teachers and people who are associated with you. Because of them, you have something. Even this body has been imparted by your parents, and their bodies have been imparted by their forefathers, and so on and so forth. So we don't not have anything that is ours. Even the language in which we are talking about, we have got it from the society. Even the clothes that we have got, that we are wearing, are from society. So all the fashion patterns, technologies, language, emotions, way of talking, anything that we can imagine is uh, has been imparted by the society. So we should be always be grateful towards them. So in discourse three, which I wanted to start today, but since I see many people are not here, and I may talk something about it, but I will not go very deep now. And in the next classes, maybe we'll discuss about it more profoundly. The clap values that as you can learn with the term clap, that says commitment to conscience soul. What is commitment to soul? This is a very um, you know powerful term, commitment to soul. It portrays, it shows that one should be very serious towards the beautification of the soul. One should be very much serious about not spoiling the soul. One should be very serious about healing the soul. One should be very serious about the work that we commit, because each and every work that we do has an impact, and that impacts, as we have learned in Buddhism and Jainism, that each and every karma that we do makes us indulge and makes us, or again, in this cycle of birth and rebirth and rebirth. So if we do not follow that thing, I don't want to go into the deep theories of the religions or the mythologies or so on and so forth. Even though you must think about it, that the the things that you do impacts you, because it makes your personality. What we do today, we become tomorrow, and what we become is our soul, is our conscience. It reflects, even though you would say that many of my karma are not known to others, but it reflects on your face, it reflects in your works, it reflects in your deeds, it reflects in your each and everything that you do. You may conceal many things, but ultimately your all aura, your all personality, your all thinking process is reflected some way or the other. So you cannot be escaping, or you cannot be escaped from all this. So you have to be very committed towards your soul, towards its purification, its healing, its what you call
upgrading, you should be very serious about it. Love thyself, love yourself. You should be loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love uh, God, you cannot love society, you cannot impart something. Love yourself. Loving yourself does not mean that you always wear good clothes or you always eat good food, delicious food, or you sleep tight, sleep 8 hours or 10 hours. It does not reflect your love. The love that reflects towards yourself is the, you know, reforming of your soul. Always be in the endeavor to make it better each and every passing day. Love yourself means that you are not against yourself. You do not trample your desires so often. Love yourself means you uh, do not hate anything about you. Love yourself is you are you want to be loved, you want to spread love, and vice versa. So these things are love yourselves. Then there is acceptance in totality. You have to be accepting the facts that in which you are surviving, in which you are living. So each and everything that is coming to you uh, has a relation with you. So you have to accept the fact of the matter, first of all. You have to understand the situation. You have to be serious about it. Then you can think of making it better with time passing on and so on and so forth. So these kind of things should be revealed and these kind of things should be understood. In next classes, I will talk about these things broadly. But today, as we don't have many people here who might have left due to the lack of this internet thing that happened in between. So the last point, poverty amidst plenty feeling. So this is a phenomena which portrays that things uh, can be contradictory. We should always be in a feeling to live things for others. We should not be feeling to master the things because nothing is permanent. You all know about it. Some people have the time on this earth for 40 years, some 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, so on and so forth, but not more than that. So nothing is permanent, and you cannot think of all the property or the things or the possessions that you have that you have them permanently. When you think about them, uh, to to use them in a manner, to use them in a manner of living, you would be benefited. You will be benefited, and you will not feel anything losing. You will feel that nothing was mine and this is not mine now. So it does not make much difference. So these kind of feelings are very important to internalize, to accept, and to work upon them if you want to be really happy. So in next classes, we will talk about all these phenomena in better ways, and also some other things which are associated with this. There are some classes which I have already recorded, and some I will be recording. If I don't attend this live session, you will be having my some of the recording classes. So in those classes, I have talked about how Gandhi has taught us to be happy, how Socrates or how Aristotle or how Buddha has talked about it. So there are many classes upon different phenomena of history because I belong to the history background. And in those classes, we have talked extensively that how in the ancient era the phenomenon of happiness was so great, and even now in these days it has been broadened by many scholars, and we can compare it with the western philosophies, and we can also see many other aspects of happiness. So in these whole sessions, you will be definitely benefited if you come into the class regularly, and at the same time you do some of the homeworks which is given in the class. So in this class, um, we can give some of the homework that you can do later, and I will discuss about it in the groups. So bye for now, and we will meet in the next classes. If you wish to ask something out of this class, you can write to us on the mail that has been given. I would be happy to answer all those things. Thank you very much.